Good, good. You're awake. You know, they say don't shoot the messenger, but I never really believed in letting things go. In all honesty, I'm just a little bit more violent. Maybe more vulgar than I guess of my other colleagues, but I guess that's why the boss has me do all the dirty work. The dirty work being cleaning this mess up. Of course, you are really getting the dirty end of the stick here, and I apologize. But I don't make the rules. I just play the game. And the money honestly helps. So, let's move forward, shall we? If it's any constellation, you're not the only one here today with me. I have you, and I have a few other guests tied up in other rooms, and they're going to share alternative fates from you. It's a very lovely day in the city tonight. Oh, I just contradicted myself. It's not day at all. Well, I was never very good at speeches. I don't really like talking as much as I like experimenting. There's a whole different list of things to do, and ways to proceed. You know, the boss, he really doesn't care what I do to you, with you, as long as you're dead by the end of the day. That's really the most best thing he can ask. That means I get to play with you, have all sorts of little games. See, I like games. I like to play games. Have them all laid out in front of me, all the tools, the rules, the players, the strategy. It's a matter of what makes people tick, to be honest. Actually, if you know what, just wait here a second. I'm going to tie up a loose end. Okay, that's done. No. My biggest problem in life is the fact that I get bored. Boredom is honestly my number one enemy, despite what the boss says. And you people are our number one enemy, but I disagree. You know, the thing about the boss is we don't really have rival organizations, I guess you could say. No, we have people. The city, the government is our problem. Yes, of course, there are little small petty gangs that try to work their way to the top of the chain, but they'll never make it while we're up here. The government has the illusion of power on their side. You see, the government is chained, and they are chained to the people. It is you people, the civilians. You are the ball and chain. The government can't step on your people's toes, which is why we are more powerful. We don't have a leash. We're not tied up, we are free. That's what makes us so much more powerful than the police force, than the military. The military is just the government's puppet, and the government has strings, and we have nothing. We are what makes them dance around the stage for our own entertainment. Oh, what a fun night we're going to have. I'd like to explain something to you. Something interesting. Before I do, I'm going to go check on another one of my playmates, if you don't mind. Gotta keep the people entertained. Plus, I was getting a bit parched. All this talking really takes it out of you. This city is very beautiful at night. The way the light beams off everything, especially when the ground is wet right after a rain. And the light just bounces off everything, sends a nice glow across the town, to little villages, and in the distance, the towers stand tall and look down over everything like the eye of God. What I plan on doing to you is making some precise incisions to your nervous system. Ones that are going to hurt and yet numb you at the same time. I just so happen to be that good. The question is, where will I start? It's very complicated. See, there's so many different nerves in the central nervous system. To be honest, there's 43 that just branch down. And then there's 12 that branched out from the brain, and 31 from the spinal cord. It's hard to really choose one. You see, your nerves, they wrap around your body like a snake, engulfing everything that is your being, and they do bring pain and pleasure, agony, and excitement to everything that is your entire being. But I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with you just yet. I definitely know I want to cut you. That is definitely on the list. That's what I'm probably going to end up doing. I have the tools laid out for it. You know, chaos brings peace, and peace brings chaos. It's the way the world works, the vicious circle. Right now, you are involved in the chaos. But after you die, you're going to be involved in the peace. I mean, there is life after death, I believe, a heaven and a hell. But I imagine you're a little surprised at that comment, aren't you? Someone like me could believe in a god and a devil, believe in morals. Well, of course. See, I carry the good book with me everywhere I go. Let him who accuses God answer him. Let him who accuses God answer him. It's a thinker. So is that statement saying that I question the good, almighty, powerful one, and I get to answer his question? This book is full of amazing quotes. I'm just like every other Christian you'll run across, hypocritical in my ways. I go to church every Sunday. I donate. I read. And yet, I kill, I lie, I cheat. I'm a hypocrite, like most. But at least I'm honest about it. Because I believe there's a heaven and a hell, and I believe I am going to hell. And I believe I'm going to burn for eternity in agony and suffer for every sinful pleasure I divulge myself into. But on the off chance I'm doing God a favor, maybe I'll end up there. Or let's pretend for a second that for you, let's just say you don't believe. So, let's say that I am the devil. You are a regular, normal human being. You're born one day being fed all of the religious bullshit you hear about God and the golden roads and beautiful pearly gate just waiting for you up there. So, you believe all this. You believe there's an evil, a bad guy, a me, who's gonna make how the bad people suffer for everything they do. Well, if I were the devil, I would play the biggest trick ever heard. They say the biggest trick was making humans believe that the devil doesn't exist. I disagree. I think if the devil were to play a trick, his biggest one were to be that there even was a God, that there even was a heaven. In all actuality, there's nothing but a hell, and we're all going to it. Making us believe that there is the alternative of happiness would be the cruelest trick in the book. But what do I know? I just find it odd, the way it's so laid out. Christianity, at least. So simple. It's almost hard to believe. Too good to be true. That the good go up there and the bad go down there, only to be punished and rewarded. In honesty, if the devil were to hate the God lovers of this planet, then why torture the ones that sin? Why not reward them in the afterlife? Think about it. Would you torture the ones that are hurting your enemy? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm getting off on a tangent here. You know, I once made, well, I didn't make it. I ordered a giant fish tank. Ones that you might see that hold those big lobsters at an aquarium. Maybe an octopus, something big enough to fit a human body into. See, I do my research on people's fears. There was this girl. Terrified. Absolutely terrified of the eight-eyed, eight-legged friends of mine. She had such extreme arachnophobia. So intense that if a spider were even in the room with her, she'd have to leave in a panic. So I ordered a bunch of bird-eating tarantulas. About 60. And I got them all riled up. When they were in the crate, I shook it. I kicked it. I did everything I could. I starved them for a little. They almost turned on each other. So I took the girl, and I threw her in the tank. And I broke her legs. And then I took the tarantulas, and I dumped them all inside of them. I sealed up the crate, that nice little tank, and I watched from the crystal clear glass them sinking their fangs into her flesh. She nearly fainted in fear or pain, I'm not sure which one. Their legs crawling up and down her skin, their eyes watching her as they dig their fangs deeper and deeper into her soft tissue. There were so many of them, and they were hungry. She was dead in, let's say, 6 minutes. She fainted in about 2, but it was interesting. Oddly enough, that's not the worst way I've killed someone. I didn't do much research on you, though. On this precious little thing you call yourself. No. I do not know much about you. So what are you afraid of? I didn't expect you to answer. Why would you, considering the story I just told you? I imagine you think I probably am the devil. This horrific, terrible human being. I'm not that bad, actually. See, I'm willing to accept what I am. We're all killers. If you don't think you are, you're just domesticated at the moment. Like a dog. But let a dog out into the wild for so long, and you'll see its true colors too. Sharper. I might go ahead and insert a little incision into your leg here, but we'll see where it goes. Oh, you bleed a lot. Go ahead and wrap that up. I don't want you bleeding out on me. Not yet. know it's tough, but we're going to rule and conquer this world. I'll just keep that pressed in there. You're sweating. You must be stressed. It's okay. No need to be afraid. Your fear is useless. I've already made it clear that you are going to die. Fear is coming from the anxiousness of waiting death, of not knowing, but you know you are going to die. I'm going to kill you. So I don't know why. You're so nervous. Maybe you're just sweating from the pain. Not too sure. As far as I know, there are 3 people that I meet in these situations. The first kind cower, tremble and beg and cry for their life the entire time. Second kind are in denial. They actually begin to agree with me in some hopeless attempt that I'll let them go. And the third kind shows nothing. Stern, big boy look the entire time. That hardcore, I don't give a shit, just get it done and over with kind of thing. You think I'd respect that, but I'm annoyed with it either way. Whether you cry, agree, or shut the fuck up, it doesn't matter. I'm paid to do this, and I love my job. Do you know what this is? This is strangulation wire. I wasn't planning on using it to strangle you with. Quite the contrary. See, strangulation wire. It is very thin, like piano wire. Like the 6th string on a guitar. I was going to wrap it around your finger. Use a tourniquet and twist it over and over and over again until it cuts right through the meat, the bone, and the veins and everything in between, and just pops it right off. But I like you, so I decided I'm not gonna cut you slowly, make you bleed. I'm going to shoot you in the head. And I'm sorry. But our conversations are over. going to get the pistol. Are you ready? See you on the other side.